All right. Good morning. Good morning. That was a blast. All right, we are going to start with rolling for who wins the 10 iRacing dollars. TBD, real soon. Who do we got? All right, Ken Cloden. Way to go, boss. $10 coming your way from Mr. Lovings in iRacing. All right. Just checking the standings after that upload. Yeah. Nice, all looks accurate. All right. I actually gotta load the replay still, so that's just gonna be a moment. How are you doing, Bradley?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Bien, gracias. Bien. All right, it's loading. Got my graphics changed. Yeah, so that seemed like a pretty relatively clean race. The track doesn't invite a whole bunch of chaos, but it's hard enough to drive on its own. Wonder how one actually looks at like chat in OBS. I cannot figure that out for the life of me. Yeah, it's still loading. It'll be up in just a moment. Figure that out for the life of me.
Yeah, I think you have to get like a separate plugin, and then you have to get
It's
an OBS through that plugin. You'll be able to like link it to your any of the social medias that you're streaming on.
yeah, that may be. I feel like I had it pop up before and I closed it and I can't. But I had no idea what I was looking at because that was my first time setting it up. So I'll look into that, Cam. We'll see. Okay,
Or
finally.
just like one or two, I don't know. But I know there's ones that can like you can simultaneously get all of your chats from like Twitch, YouTube, all that combined into one.
All right, thank you. All right, so looking at this, so relatively, I'd say less than in our 55-minute races, number of incidents. So let's see, we got some issues here on lap 0. So this is pre-green. Okay, saw that.
Number 23, what's your problem, man?
Get
Or whoever is in the port.
this adjusted back. Okay. All right, let's look at that again.
Number 23, what's your problem, man?
So he meant 117. Yeah, just a little whoopsie.
Whoever is in the port.
A little whoopsie on that anticipation. Just have to see if that... yeah, I mean, that off the bat's not good. Especially at a track like this. Let's see what Damian was doing. and what was going on ahead of him, just to see if he was doing anything strange. No. No release of the brakes, no movement, so it'll just, yeah. Yeah, see that, that's all good. Just give him, shoot, I gotta pull the sheet up. Sorry guys, so many little things to do for being prepared. That's not what I wanted. Okay, penalties. Yeah, we don't really have anything for pace lap prior to green. That's not the one I added last week. So I'll just do a 1-pointer for that. We'll just do passing contact minor. Come on. Apparently I need another screen. I just cannot manage all this stuff. Alright, so this is Nico. Just a little bit of a strong reaction. And Dion tapped the back of him. Yeah. Alright, so nothing there. I think the difference between that and the one before is that Damian wasn't even moving. I would say that Nico brought that on himself a little bit by reacting this hard. He still got quite a lot of room. So it's just both parties could have done something differently on that one. Unfortunate turn one. Good job though. Good rejoin.
Alright, who didn't sweep the track before the race?
Alright. So it looks like probably Nico again. Yeah. Yeah, so he's braking just before the 100. Cold tires lap 1. That's predictable. It's about what you'd expect, especially the further back you are in the field. It kind of backs up a little bit more. So nothing for Nico.
Alright, who didn't sweep the track before the race?
Nico is able to recover.
We can only put 16
We'll just do
down
1
if you
point
want.
on that for Aiden, I believe, is his name. All right. Still lap 1, JT. Little spin, probably a brutal wall hit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, keep up, bro.
I wasn't doing anything.
Look like you're coming backwards.
Yeah. Probably nobody behind him at that point. It's a good job, though, being patient, trying to stay out of the way. Is that Dion? Yeah. So, yeah, that was, aggressive. He didn't want to lose his speed and just ended up being a little tap, but that's it. Nothing more than that. Oh. Oh, was that from avoiding... That was from avoiding JT there. Yeah, and reacted because he was going back a couple inches there, thinking he had the space. That's a tough one. I'm gonna leave it as is because that was kind of a really strong reaction, but I do understand it. So, gonna leave that as is, as no action. And Scott, if you see this, feel free to submit a report if you feel that's unfair. Oh, nice recovery. Right. Nice immediate turn right. Good job. Stays off the racing line. Get back up to speed. Mr. Riz. Just taking people out carelessly. Classic. I mean,
Parked right in front of me.
yeah. I see his car wobble there, then he's offline, and yeah, just trying to keep it.
Yeah, that
No
might be
real
bad. I didn't
problem
expect to
there.
slow down there.
Just speed difference and anticipation. I'm gonna focus on Cam here. So I just be careful about this. Like, see, from Cam's view, this car's coming on right where he's supposed to be taking that apex. So I'm sure that's the reason he missed the apex. I'm sure. But there will be no penalty for that. Just be aware, like, it's not always just where you are, but where drivers anticipate you're going to be. Your body language is important. So rejoins are always complicated and contextual. It's a nice little slide. Make sure the rejoin's good. Nice and smooth. Oh. Yeah, so maybe he broke a little early. Micah. But I mean, he did break a little early. Usually you break around the second dash here. And then the combination of zones trying to get, stay ahead of Damian. Looks like almost no damage to the rear there. I'm sure he got a slow down, but that probably bled off by now, is my guess. Lots going on there. So if anybody, I would put it on zones number 3, but I don't think it's enough for a penalty on anybody. And Damian there just trying to force errors on people. Doing a good job at it. Alright, that's good. Good rejoin. Looks like another. Love that Lambo though. I'm a bit jealous. A bit jealous you get to drive that. And that was it for him. Alright, Cam. Taking his spin out of the way and gets up to speed. Nice job. Almost looks like we know what we're doing now. Ooh, that was so close. Nice. Oh, there goes the wings. That's probably not going to be the end of that. Yeah. So this was okay because it all worked out okay. Just a little risky because like if you look, he's coming onto the track here. So from Bobby's view, it's like kind of right where he would be exiting, but they did a good job getting out of the way. So, that's okay. Just be positive that that space is clear and all will be good. And that it was. So. This must be.
The other guy.
So we got Cheney and Riley. All right. All right. So this is kind of like we'll probably have to take a lot of context and the track into play because normally you can't expect somebody to take the curb, right? But it is normal on a straight like this. It's not like it unsettles any car, I don't believe. So like the guidelines would say exactly like this is the minimum amount of space because Cheney can hardly be fully on track. But it is expected in at those high speeds if you're watching each other that's okay. The issue and why that makes things kind of muddy is because then you have to get back on track. And if the other driver doesn't facilitate that, well, that's what happens here. Just a different idea. So this is going to be, I think, a tough one. We see that Riley is opening it up. He's giving him space in the end. I think before he would get an off track, before Cheney would get an off track. And Cheney's just expecting that to be a little quicker because they probably take slightly different lines, usually. That's my guess. So I'm going to say it's just going to be a racing incident. It's unfortunate as heck, especially being on a straight. Oh, and then Claudio, it looks like. They both could have done something different. Both kind of anticipated each other differently. And then Claudio got caught up in it, but I can't say any one of them is at fault. To any of you guys involved, once again, Friel, Jeremy here, I bottomed out on the curb. I couldn't turn anymore.
Yeah, you can see his car bounce up there towards the end of the curb.
Right there. Let's see. Yeah, wheel is a little to the right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm inclined to stick with what I said. Do you feel differently, Bradley?
No, I mean racing incident. I mean he got
Okay.
on the curb hugged his car. He couldn't really turn right. The other guy wasn't giving him any room. I mean it's just all around. I mean it's just what you get hard racing sometimes.
Oh, geez. I've marked this one already, but just
It's,
lost it.
please go to the in-car view of the pink car.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, so I mean, definitely gonna be. We know who this is on. It is already admitted. But yeah, Steven's just coming through and bam. Kind of looks like he just decimated the front of Jeremy's car, but
So he went to fifth to neutral. You know that car is fucked.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Nothing more to say. You guys are, that wasn't right. So I know I'm on Stevens here, but I'm just gonna do. Actually, I kind of gotta see. Intentionally or recklessly forcing a driver off track or causing contact with major damage. Yeah, I don't know if that was reckless. I think it was just. It was like almost negligent just because he had so much damage, but I wouldn't even say so. There was absolutely no malintent or trying to be fast about it. So we'll do a standard. And that'll be for Cheney. Number 15. Wow. Oh, don't have to worry about a rejoin there.
On fire.
Oh. Okay. So Mitchell Williams spins it, starts to go and stops. But I mean that is a tough spot to sit and wait. I get it. Let's see. Do you remember this? Yeah. Right, so Will thought he was good there, and then Mitchell starts to move. Bailey has to make a move off track. Thankfully, keeps it out of the wall and everything. And then me, I see that I end up going the other way, hoping he doesn't hit reverse, trying to react to almost getting in the way there. We'll just do 1 point because there was no damage, but both of us, like, of course he was in the middle of the track. If he just sat there, that'd be okay, but the moving causes issues.
I mean, but what was his view though?
It doesn't quite matter because he should have his relatives up. Like, he knows he's in the middle of the track, so especially in the middle of the track, make sure you're clear before you move. Hold your brakes, and only if you're positive it's clear, you move. Oops, I did no action. I'm give him 1 point. But we will take a look what his view was. Okay. Yeah, so obviously you couldn't see anything, but that's why it's important to have your relatives available no matter which overlay you use. Once again, like 2 or 3 seconds would have been, maybe 3 seconds would have been a safe amount for him to cross, but it's just a tough spot to be in. And so Claudio on the inside almost loses it, hits his brakes, catch the car. So good rejoin. Yeah, and I'd say this is just an incident because, yes, Claudio got spun. He did get hit from the back, but he did have to hit his brakes where you just truly don't expect it. And Damian was close, so I'll just go with a racing incident on that. Okay, I'm going to slow this one down. Just going into that second chicane on the straight. All right, so the only thing from Micah that's a little off is the angle. It's just like, where would he have been? This is just on the verge of enough room. Say, Sones kind of cut it close for sure. A lot of people take some of that curb, but not everybody does. And they both ended up spinning. Good rejoins from both. Looks like relatively damage free. This is another one I'd say they both could have done something differently. I can't really pin it on one person. Yeah, I mean, I'd almost say it looks like it would have been Sone's corner at this point. I mean, you're just not there, but he did still give room. And yeah, that's a tough one. It's really on the verge. I'm going to go with racing incident, and if either of you feel it's not quite accurate, submit a report.
Can I give my 2 cents?
Sure.
The thing is, you've seen it, you've been a steer for some time. The thing is called the vortex of danger, which is the point from halfway from the Porsche to basically the edge of the track.
Yeah,
The
it's
thing-
like
the
it's
thing
like
is-
here.
Yeah, the thing is, the Ford was really like behind, and at that point, and by the time he was behind, Son stopped looking at his mirrors, and then at the last point he sees it diving back in. I would
actually say
say-
that's accurate.
So if you want to keep it racing instant, okay, but I wouldn't say it's a 50-50 thing. It's more of a 70-30 thing.
Yes, I
And
agree.
it's
It's not
protected stuff.
50-50. So this is what I'm seeing now, because Damian's correct. Little turn of the wheel to the left, and then as if he was gonna turn in and stopped. I do agree. All right, got to follow all the guidelines. All the guidelines. Let's see. All right, so point of braking. Barely alongside. So,
I mean, the braking can also be right around the 100 board, man.
but it's where both of them are braking. That's where
So they're both braking now.
they both are on their brakes now. Right, so he just got on there. Yeah, I mean, Micah is behind at this point. Also, when you leave this much room going into a corner, it's likely that that contact is going to be larger because your steering angles going into like where you would meet up, your cars are going to have larger differences in the angles. So usually the contact is larger. Something to keep in mind. I know it feels safer to be like further away and give more room, but in reality, and according to physics, it's not. So yeah, I'm with Damian. I think that this is on Micah quite a bit more than Sones. He loses 2 positions. Assuming 26, 25. Yeah. All right, so Dickerson, who will give him? It's going to be. He only lost 2 positions. I don't know if that's quite worth a 4. We'll have this be a 1. Because there was really no damage dealt, just a couple positions lost. Something about that corner was getting him. Something about it.
That low wing, that dude had to have like no wing on that thing. He was screaming down the straights.
All right, I can't have a say on this. Besides the fact that it's Preston and me.
Dude, I mean, it's Preston. I don't even know why you waited him.
I mean, that's kind of similar to the last one.
Oh, where'd he... There it is. Do you guys want to see anything in particular?
I mean,
I
I
just-
think if we're comparing apples to apples, I think this one's worse than Micah's. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, he had room, like, short oval racing. He could have just came right over in front of you and took the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was room there. So,
I mean,
yeah, I think I'm
What
a
I-
winner. Move on.
what I say is like from the top down, from like between the cars. Because basically, like after the first apex, he was fully in front of you, from what I see from this angle. But I don't know if it's correct.
It's also hard that he's running that camo. It's hard to see him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he
blends
blends.
in.
Just see the brake light. So at this point, he's basically in front of you. So
Yeah,
that's
you should have just
and then you tap.
surrendered the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say
But
anything.
you had a pushy Mustang, so give yourself a point and let's
Yeah,
go
that's
watch
pointer.
me fucking wreck it, because I'm sure mine's coming.
Yeah, that's one to you, Teddy.
Okay. And to be fair, so now that that's given, I can say I was trying to give him the corner.
Well, it's Preston, I mean, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
given
it's
him
just
corner.
I think because he was on the outside, he was slower than I was expecting. Trying to hook it back in, but it was my fault. So Julian getting a little wide. All's good there. Okay, we're getting down to just like the spins and stuff. Nice.
Fuck that car, bro.
Are you gonna switch or?
Look, man, I got a proposition. Ryan's leading the championship. He says he likes the Audi. Won't he show me he can drive and come win it with the Audi in the next 6 weeks? I'll give him $50.
You
Teach
heard
me
it
how
here
to drive.
first.
Heard it
Teach me.
here first.
Like, subscribe, and donate to keep up on the action.
Big emphasis on donate.
Big. And I don't care if you like or subscribe, but the donate's the important part. Alright, Robert being on the grass going into it. It's always going to be a tough one. Nice job staying out of the way. It's a good rejoin. Alright. Understandable. Okay, good rejoin. Claudio had some real pace here. Just had a couple unfortunate things happen and kind of destroyed his momentum. Yeah, that was good. Could also just turn left and go over the sand, whichever's easier. Because one of the useful things about that is you would have joined off of the racing line. You just would have lost yourself a little less time while being safe still. But good job. Good job, no issue there. Another spin at the Ford chicanes. Probably good call, didn't feel like waiting. Short pit or short tow time. Yeah, that was good. Probably an additional slowdown, but he stayed out of the way. And that was the last straw. What?
Did you do a fake pit entry?
No, he told me on the radio that he's gonna let me go into this corner, but like right on the moment when he stepped on the brake, so I didn't have time to react.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Good intent, mediocre execution at best. So yeah, I mean,
Next
can't-
time, just go on the inside.
yeah, you
Damien
You could also just um, lift a little bit earlier, just make it clear. Realistically, you should be able to get your point across with your body language. So you shouldn't have to come on the mic, right? So getting on the mic is just to help with your body language and to assure it happens as you intend, but it's not the only part that needs to be done for a safe pass. The more important part is your body language. Good stuff. Tim was surprisingly fast today, too. Just had things go wrong.
Tuesday. Good luck last Tuesday.
Yeah, I know Cody that was a good call. I know Cody had a low wing, so he likely, ooh. Curtis. Yeah, this is all post race. So good job. That was not awful by any means. We're getting a lot better about our rejoins and etiquette, but still racing hard, so that's great. Um,
One thing before I exit, I don't know if I missed it, but if you checked beginning of lap 2, I came together with John, and that was on me. So I don't want you to miss it if it didn't show up.
Thank you.
I mean,
So honest. So honest.
I did give the position back. No, this is me giving back to the community for taking out Claudio.
Yeah, I mean, gave him the position back there.
Yeah, you gave it back to him because you got to slow down.
No, I did get a
That's
slowdown
like
for that.
saying I did community service when the fucking court ordered it.
Bro, where did I get a slowdown for this? I didn't cut the track once.
No slowdown there.
Maybe not.
I'll kill you, Bradley.
All right, so yeah, I mean, yeah, thanks for pointing it out, but yeah, Damian did the right thing. Just had a little tap. There was no damage caused on either of them. Ended up giving the position back just because he's got some morals in how he passes people, I guess. But
True.
yeah, I mean,
Moral.
if he passed like by being kind of physical like that, to where the other driver has to give it up, otherwise he's gonna take damage or get spun, we'll probably give a point for something like that.
Damien's ethical when he's racing for 22nd, but if that shit was for 4th, bro, he's going. He's not looking back. He ain't ethical
All right,
all the time.
guys. So we got the 7th race starting next Sunday. Gonna be at Bathurst. It's gonna be a fun race. Should be solid weather there. Shouldn't have to worry about anything. Get your chance to swap your car for the remaining 6 races before next Sunday. So I'll open up on SimGrid for that. And yeah, just see you guys at practice this week, and good job today. It was a lot of fun.